This light is like hecka bright because I made it brighter than normal in hopes it'll stay focused on my face for once and not like zoom it, like unfocus and focus again later, but yeah. So here we are and it's fine. Hey you guys, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my November TBR, and I got a little overzealous with how much I think I'm going to be reading this month versus what I need to read this month and how much I'm actually going to read this month. And it's fine. It's going to work out just a-okay. Not really, but you know, your girl can try. But before I get into the video, I meant to mention this in my last video, but I got super excited to talk about authors that I loved that I forgot to say it, but I hit 200 subscribers. I just want to give you guys a big thanks to anyone who subscribed, anyone who has been subscribed to me for a while, and anyone who has been interacting with me recently or in the past. Thank you guys so much. You guys are really like 100% the reason why, like, despite like, and especially on days where I'd be feeling extra bad or like feeling like my channel wasn't going anywhere, I would continue to put up content because I just love knowing that you guys are watching it somehow and just like enjoying it because you guys have stayed on for so long. So thank you you guys for that. And I also wanted to say that I am going to be doing a 200 subscriber Q&A. I feel like I've been on YouTube for like 2 years now and have not done a single Q&A for fear of no one wanting to submit questions. So I will be opening this up to my Twitter, my Instagram, and my YouTube. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me pertaining to bookish things, to my life in general, to my novel, any other things you want to ask me, feel free to leave those below. And if you have more, feel free to like edit your comment, or if you want add more comments to the thing, or like find me on other social media and like message me there. But yeah, I will be opening that up, and I think I will have that kind of Q&A questionnaire opened up until like maybe the end of the month. We'll see, because I don't really know how many people will be wanting to ask me any questions per se, or how many I'll be able to get asked. So please just leave those down below. I would really love to see what you guys come up with and what you guys want to know and all that fun stuff. So yeah, let's just kind of get into this very overly ambitious TBR that I don't know how I did this to myself, but here we are. It's fine. I'll struggle and power through it like the big kid that I am. The first book on this TBR is actually a reread, and that is because I'm participating in the Diviners read-along all the way leading up to the release of King of Crows in February. And that book is The Diviners by Libba Bray. If you guys don't know, The Diviners by Libba Bray is a paranormal historical fiction mystery thriller. Yes, it's YA too. This essentially follows Evie O'Neill as she is kicked out of her home for partying a little too much and is sent to New York to live with her uncle, who runs a paranormal, I believe, museum. And there we find out that Evie has these like powers where she can figure out anyone's like past or history simply by touching an object they have owned. And this gets her not into a lot of trouble back home, but also here, as murders are starting to pop up, and it seems like she's not the only one with these abilities, but kind of the only one who can help figure out who the killer is. I read this last year. I loved it. I recently also read Layer of Dreams, so I love that, and you guys can tell I'll be continuing on with the third book later. But I can't wait to get back into this world. I loved Evie. I love Sam Lloyd too, and I really love Theta. I just love all the characters in these series, and I haven't found a character that I've been able to hate. Like, even like the antagonist, I enjoyed. I will probably be vlogging my experience as I'm reading through this. I might not do weekly vlogs. I might do like a weekly checkup on the vlog, or like depending on how my camera wants to play with me here, because we had some issues last month, but we're gonna try to fix ourselves and make up this month because I want to vlog. So I will keep you guys updated on my thoughts as I reread through this book and through the series. So until then, stick around. The next book is me trying to finish this series because I am absolutely stupid, and that is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Battle of the Labyrinth by Rick Riordan. This is the 4th book in the Percy Jackson series. I'm literally 1 book away from finishing this. And essentially, it's Percy having to save the world again, only now he's a high schooler and not a middle schooler. And at this point, I would just want to yeet myself in a Tartarus point. Like, I've been 12 fighting my cousins, my scary pair, like, aunts and uncles, and I would be done. But Percy's still kicking, so I can't wait to read this. I meant to read this a long time ago, but it's just one of those books where I know I'd read it super fast, so I like keep putting it off, and then the month ends, and then I'm sitting here like, wow, I didn't know the month ends. I thought I had another day. And then blaming myself. So I'm hoping to finish this so I can finally finish the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by like early next year. But I don't know if that'll happen. So wish me luck. The next book is actually a non-fiction book. It's a series of essays that my friend Courtney suggested to me. Well, we were shopping one day and she literally just put it in my hands and was like, it's $3 because we're at the used bookstore, and then walked away. So thank you, Courtney. And that is Essays on Surviving American Obsession, or no, it's Dead Girls Essays on Surviving American Obsession by Alice Boland. I had heard about this, I believe, from Jean Bookish Thoughts. Then my friend Courtney read it, and she adored it. And it's essentially, I don't exactly know. Yeah, it's essentially about like this widespread obsession on like girls who have been killed, murdered, abused, sexually assaulted, and all that stuff, and what that means to like society and everything. And that's about as much as my understanding is, and I'm really excited to pick this up soon and see kind of what the hype is about, because I feel like it's going to be a really interesting like book of like collection of essays to read about. The next book is one that is very thick, and I am not necessarily interested in reading it because it involves a character that I'm not a huge fan of necessarily, and I understand his point in the story, and I welcome him for it, and I understand his character progression, and I welcome him for it, but I'm just not a fan. But sadly, it's not a novella, it's an actual part of the series, so I can't skip over it, and that is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. The hell. But this essentially follows the events of Queen of Shadows, or Empire of Storms. Empire of Storms through Cale's perspective, from his time. And while I am intrigued to see what happened to Kaylee Boy, my little leaf of a son, I'm not excited because it's thick, and I don't know if there's necessarily a point to giving Cale this much page time when I could just be reading Kingdom of Ash. But we're gonna get into it and see what I like and what I don't like, and hope for the best, because this isn't fair. I just want to read about Dorian. Dorian, Aedion, and they're not going to be in this one. Ow! The next book on this list is one that I'm very excited for, and I definitely, if I don't get to it in November, will be pushed into December because I really want to read this book, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This is a new adult contemporary romance following the first son of the President of the United States and the son of the Queen. Yes. Essentially, things happen where it looks like they hate each other, and to kind of fix their public image and be like, no, they actually adore each other, they have to become like besties, and then they fall in love in the way, which I'm here for, I'm excited for. It's hella gay, and that's all I need to say. The next book on my list is one that I'm also very excited for, and that is Queens of Innis Lear by Tessa Gratton. This is an adult high fantasy novel. It's like all I know about this is that it's a King Lear retelling, and I really enjoyed reading King Lear, so I want to see what this is about. That's all I know. And that's all I'm going to leave it as, because I don't want to know anything else about this book. Because I want to go into it knowing absolutely nothing and then crying, because she is also thick. And finally, the last book that I'm excited for, but not excited for, and that is The Three Musketeers by Alexandra Dumas. This is a classic novel, as you can clearly tell, and I need a better cover for it because it does not fit the aesthetic that I'm going for. But it's about the Three Musketeers of France, and I don't know if this essentially encapsulates the entire, like, D'Artagnan romances, or if this is just the first book. So I'll get back to you guys, but I'm excited. I think I might also vlog my reading experience reading The Three Musketeers, because it's a classic, and I just love The Three Musketeers. I love the Musketeers. D'Artagnan is my homie. And so yeah, but I will get back to you guys of whether or not I liked it, or if this collection has all of the D'Artagnan romances, but we'll see. That is it for my November TBR. I don't know why I keep saying November TBR. Lots of thick books. Don't know if I'm going to get to them all. I hope to, but we'll see. Until next time, like I said, I will have my I will be taking questions for my Q&A in here, my Instagram, and my Twitter, so be sure to follow me or find me on those things if you have a question to ask me. But until next time, I will talk to you guys everywhere else, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and if not, I hope the next week will be better for you. I'm also speaking really fast because sadly my battery is dying. Bye!